What if I told you that the most powerful tool you possess, one that can shape your entire destiny, isn't wealth, fame, or even your greatest talent, but something you use every single day, often without a second thought? What if this seemingly simple ability is also the single greatest source of your frustration, restlessness, and even failure? I speak, of course, of your words, and more profoundly, your silence. As I, Shi Heng Yi, have observed in my own journey and within the teachings of countless ancient masters, including Gautama Buddha, our words are indeed a double-edged sword, a blade sharper than any knife, capable of creating profound harmony or inflicting deep invisible wounds. This power is often overlooked, leading us to unwittingly sabotage our own peace and potential. If you've ever felt trapped in a cycle of restlessness, despite having everything, then pay close attention. The Buddha himself wisely cautioned his students about the immense power of our words, stating that the tongue, which we use to speak, is like the sharpest knife in the world. He taught that our words are the most dangerous weapons, not because they physically hurt, but because they wound emotionally. Words can be a fountain of strength, uplifting and inspiring, yet they can also become a profound weakness if we fail to understand when, where, and how much to speak. Speaking with kindness and wisdom at the precise moment can open doors to success, but letting loose with unkind words or speaking at the wrong time can entangle our lives in unnecessary difficulty and sorrow. It's a delicate balance, a skill honed not by volume but by profound awareness. Today I wish to share a powerful story that illuminates the deep importance of silence and how embracing it has the potential to fundamentally transform your life. This ancient narrative, passed down through generations, will reveal why silence is not merely an absence of noise, but a potent force capable of bringing you inner clarity and lasting peace. Once, in the heart of ancient India, nestled deep within a tranquil forest far from the clamor of human activity, lived a renowned Buddhist monk. His days were spent in deep meditation, and his wisdom had spread far and wide across the land. One day, a king, burdened by a mind that refused to settle, sought out the monk. "Respected monk," the king began, his voice heavy with weariness, "I am constantly tired, frustrated, and deeply upset. My mind is a whirlwind of unrest. I possess all that one could ever desire, immense wealth, boundless fame, and every luxury imaginable. Yet, inner peace remains a stranger to me. O monk, I implore you, help me to rid myself of this persistent restlessness." The wise monk gazed at the troubled king with compassion. "The answer you seek," he calmly replied, "already resides within you, though you have not yet discovered it. I propose a simple experiment, one that will, after its completion, free your life from unrest and worry. Are you willing to undertake it?" Despite his profound distress, the king, desperate for peace, readily agreed. "I am prepared to do anything for inner calm," he declared. The monk's response was simple yet profound. "For the next 15 days, you shall reside in my monastery and live as an ordinary person. For these 15 days, you will sit alone in silence, speaking as little as humanly possible." The king, true to his word, embraced the monk's counsel. The initial days were a tempest within him. His mind, unaccustomed to stillness, felt more restless than ever before. A barrage of questions and thoughts assailed him, and the simplicity of monastic life, so different from his opulent world, stirred a deep unease. He yearned to speak, to engage, but he resisted, holding fast to the instruction of complete silence, sitting quietly, observing. As the first night wore on, something unexpected began to emerge, a subtle yet growing sense of calm, an unfamiliar happiness that both puzzled and comforted him. He couldn't quite grasp why his relentless inner turmoil seemed to be softening. With each passing day, the king continued his silent solitude, observing the world around him with a newfound attentiveness. He watched the natural beauty of the forest, the vibrant flowers, the lush plants, the graceful birds soaring across the sky. For the very first time, he truly saw and appreciated the intricate beauty of nature surrounding him, connecting with the natural world on a profound level. As 10 days slowly turned into 12, The incessant inner restlessness and mental chaos that had plagued him for so long gradually began to dissolve. On the 12th day, without conscious effort, his eyes softly closed, and he found himself naturally slipping into a deep state of meditation. His mind, once a tempest, became serene, completely free from worry. After spending the remaining 3 days immersed in this profound meditative peace, the king approached the Buddhist monk once more, a transformation evident in his demeanor. "Respected monk," he said, his voice imbued with clarity, "I have discovered the root cause of my troubled mind." He explained, "I used to talk far too much, expending immense energy on countless conversations, and often my thoughts about others were tainted with negativity. This endless chatter and negative mental engagement not only wasted my precious time, but constantly agitated my mind." This, he realized, had led to an inability to focus, impacting his responsibilities and causing him to stumble and fail in many endeavors. These repeated failures, in turn, had fueled his unhappiness and made him irritable, trapping him in a destructive loop that negatively impacted every aspect of his life. However, the king continued, a light in his eyes, "These past 15 days have been a truly transformative experience. Now, I feel as though I am genuinely living life to its fullest, and I realize with startling clarity that before this, I was living entirely the wrong way. I also understood a profound truth. Meditation is not something one must force. It arises naturally, from a foundation of inner stillness." The Buddhist monk nodded, his wisdom encompassing far more than just this king's predicament. He observed that the king's experience was not unique. Many people in the world, even today, talk excessively. Many still wield their speech to harm others, and this torrent of words continues to sow discord and problems in their lives. The monk then emphasized a timeless truth by recalling a conversation Gautama Buddha once had with a student who inquired why he was so often silent. Buddha's reply resonated, "I stay silent to dive deep within myself. Silence is the essential first step to truly knowing who you are. Without it, self-discovery is simply impossible." Thus, the initial path to profound understanding is to embrace silence. Speak only when absolutely necessary, and you will observe that a significant portion, perhaps 90%, of our daily conversations are not only superfluous, but often detrimental. Imagine if people spoke less. It could alleviate nearly 90% of the world's problems. When individuals cultivate quietude, there are fewer arguments, less restlessness, and a dramatic reduction in conflict. If both parties in a disagreement could simply choose silence, countless global issues could be diffused. A person who genuinely understands and cherishes the value of silence can find deep peace, even amidst the most crowded places. For such a one, being truly alone can feel like heaven, whereas the constant presence and demands of others can often make us profoundly uncomfortable. It is crucial, therefore, to begin by seeking and finding peace within your own being, by consciously embracing silence and allowing your inner energy to flow freely. Invite your ceaseless stream of thoughts to simply settle down. If you wake and feel disturbed by external influences or the sheer presence of others, take a moment. Close your eyes and gently reconnect with your inner self. There, you will discover a profound sense of freshness, a wellspring of life within you, because your true existence, your very essence, originates from within. It does not come from anyone else. It stems from the same divine source that gave rise to you. When external forces cannot guide you inward, you must make that journey yourself. So, look inward. For you are the ultimate sovereign of your own inner world. This is where your true life begins, where authentic happiness is born. As you journey within yourself, you will encounter the profound depths of existence and even touch upon the sacred mystery of death itself. This inner exploration is akin to observing the grand panorama of your own life, witnessing its ebb and flow, its rises and falls, much like the constant cycle of the sun rising and setting. Each time you undertake this inward voyage and return, you will feel thoroughly refreshed, like the calming sensation after a purifying bath. In the same way, when a person takes deliberate time to be quiet, to reflect on their thoughts without judgment, they consistently emerge feeling more peaceful, more grounded, and truly happier. When you genuinely establish this deep connection with your inner self, you will discover that outer conversation no longer disrupts your mental tranquility. Instead, a constant, abiding calmness remains deeply rooted within you. You can then engage in conversation, using words effectively, while remaining profoundly connected to your inner peace. Your speech will flow without ever breaking that sacred inner quietude. When you speak from this place of stillness, your words will take on a beautiful, almost musical quality, resonating with harmony. Speaking in such a manner touches others deeply, reaching their hearts and minds with a truth that transcends mere sound. By consistently maintaining this inner silence, you begin to tap into an extraordinary wellspring of inner strength, enabling you to break free from the limiting pressures and expectations of society. You will unearth a special, profound joy in life, akin to the intense fulfillment experienced by those who passionately pursue their deepest dreams. Your face will radiate a new brightness, your eyes will shine with a unique light, reflecting the boundless ocean of peace you have discovered within yourself. My friends, perhaps you too have noticed that talking excessively rarely brings peace to the mind. On the contrary, it makes it incredibly difficult to control our scattered thoughts and to maintain focus. Individuals who are prone to incessant chatter often find it challenging to concentrate on a single task. Because of this diffusion of attention, they cannot dedicate their full focus to their goals, frequently missing the deeper meaning of life itself, thus making it far more challenging to attain their heartfelt desires and achieve true success. Furthermore, you may have observed that those who speak without thought or measure are sometimes met with mockery or disdain. In stark contrast, those who speak less, choosing their words with care and standing firmly by what they say, unfailingly earn profound respect from others, for people instinctively trust and pay closer attention to thoughtful words. However, a mind continually troubled by excess speech finds it incredibly hard to succeed because it lacks genuine, undistracted interest in the work at hand. True intelligence, a mark of genuine wisdom, lies in the discerning ability to know when, where, and what to say. Those who cultivate this invaluable skill inevitably succeed in various aspects of life. A person who speaks less often naturally becomes a focal point of attention and tends to thrive in all their endeavors. When we study the qualities of truly great individuals throughout history, we consistently find that they are masters of economy with their words, carefully weighing each utterance. This thoughtful deliberation is a key factor in their remarkable success. Conversely, many others who engage in excessive chatter often resort to dishonesty or the spreading of negativity about others, which inevitably damages relationships and tarnishes reputations. This is precisely why those closest to them often instinctively seek to avoid and distance themselves. Ancient texts from diverse cultures across the globe frequently emphasize that our words are a direct reflection of our deepest beliefs and inherent values. Embracing silence is a powerful practice that cultivates patience, which in turn significantly heightens our awareness of the world and ourselves. Regular meditation, itself a journey into inner silence, is a fundamental path to understanding yourself on the deepest possible levels. Therefore, my friends, I urge you to dedicate at least 20 minutes each day to solitude, to being alone with your own thoughts, simply observing, not reacting. This simple, consistent practice holds the promise of profound and transformative positive change in your life. As we conclude this profound journey into Zen wisdom, I invite you to become an integral part of our Inspire Zen community. If this message resonated with you, if you found inspiration in these ancient teachings, please show your support by gently pressing the like button. Share this wisdom with those whom you feel would benefit, and leave a comment below sharing your own reflections or suggesting other profound Zen stories you would wish to explore. And for more moments of profound motivation and tranquil insight, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. Your thoughtful engagement is the fuel that allows us to continue walking this path of wisdom and shared enlightenment. Thank you for journeying with me.